Apologies for the delay in the audio. My name is Mark Turner. I'll be your commentator this evening. Thank you so much for joining us for this UPSLW match. Local derby game between North Texas Legends and Dallas Select. Pretty balmy temperature still here at 7:30 in the evening. It's over 80 degrees in Denton, which is just northwest of Dallas. Nevertheless, this evening promises to be an exciting game. Two teams pretty well matched early in the season. And as the sun continues to go down and temperatures continue to drop, hopefully the quality of the soccer will continue to rise. Right now, it's Dallas Select on the ball. Gonna make something happen through the right-hand side. NTX doing a nice job tidying things up, and they're looking to break away through the middle of the park. Great ball down the left wing. How can NTX get up numbers to support this attack? Need a good delivery from outside. Rolls the ball back to the fullback. Hesitates just a little too long, but then delivers ultimately. Flies by the back post. Nothing doing on this occasion. Good attack from North Texas. No end product on this particular occasion. As I mentioned, this is a local derby game. North Texas Legends based in Denton. Dallas Select team based, well, guess where? In Dallas. So just a few miles separate the clubs. In this Southwest Division game. Dallas Select now, sliding the ball through to the centre. Not getting anything out of it on this occasion. Both teams probing, trying to look for opportunities to stretch one another, using the width early. Also not afraid to try and play that centre channel as well, just not connecting things in the final third yet. Playing a little chick in defence, Dallas Select. Always gets coaches a little bit nervous. Now sometimes as a coach, well oftentimes in the modern game, you want your defenders to play the ball out of the back, but sometimes you just want them to lump it. There's no getting away from that. Occasionally it's hit the ball upfield, release pressure, enable us to transition as a team. Particularly when you're playing at someone like North Texas, who are pressing very high, trying to pin Dallas Select in. Maintain possession, which they were doing a good job of there for a moment. Sloppy pass there. Releases Dallas Select, but they're not able to make anything of the ball ultimately. So I apologise for right now, we don't have rosters with jersey numbers on for your North Texas Legends. As soon as we can get that, it'll make my job a little easier as a commentator. We do, however, though, have a starting roster for the Dallas Select team with jersey numbers, so we should be good to go on that front. I'll do as best as I can, certainly to attribute assists and goals to the appropriate players. Nice work from North Texas out of the back. Maintaining possession. Again, looking to build down the left-hand side, which has been a favoured area of the field for them so far. Just need some end products here. Still a chip into the box. Good defending from Dallas Select. Nice header back. An offside called. No, a flag didn't go up, but there was some brave goalkeeping. Dallas Select goalie Hagen. As a defence put their hands up and waited to see if the linesman might raise their flag. Hagen was not waiting around herself. She took matters into her own hands, not literally. Yeah, she wasn't able to make contact with the ball, but she did enough to put off the North Texas striker, who was honing in on goal. Good work, the Dallas Select goalkeeper. You're probably going to notice this playing surface looks a little dry, so the ball is most likely going to hold up just a little bit, despite the fact that it's obviously well mown. There appear to be any patches where the grass is particularly long, but it seems a little counterintuitive. But when you're playing on a field this dry, oftentimes the ball just holds up. It just gets caught. It's almost kind of a little bit of a kind of a Velcro situation, if you'd like, even though, of course, the ball is smooth. But I don't know. Don't ask me about physics. All I know is I've played on fields like this. I know how they act. And so if you see passes appear to be skipping through, suddenly slow down, well, that's why. Good work from Dallas Select number 19, Martin. North Texas trying to play out the back now. Again, down that left-hand side. Do have good ball handlers down that side of the field. Maybe why they favour it. A little sloppy from one of the North Texas midfielders. Which, given that she's playing in the centre, even in the absence of jersey numbers, I know as either Kayla Beckwith or Mackenzie Morgan. I suppose either of them will put their hand up to claim a wayward pass. I'll select now, trying to create something for themselves. The away team eager to get on the board first. Good work though from North Texas. Again, good composure in the back. Dallas Select. There's some evidence of that field again. This is something, so again, it seems counterintuitive. The ball sometimes will slow down on a field like this because of how dry it is. The players, however, well, they'll take off. You'll see, they'll slip, they'll lose their footing. This is very little grip for a cleat to bite into. I guess what I'm saying is we might see some funky things happening here on this pitch today. So I mentioned that this is a local derby game in the Dallas area. Oh, nice ball over the top. Again, down the left-hand side. NTX looking to try and build something on this occasion, but they pulled up. Evidently there was an infringement, perhaps an offside. Looks to be an offside based on where the ball's being placed. Yeah. Good ball over the top, though. Again, I wish I could attribute good passes like that to the appropriate players, but given that it came from centre midfield, again, probably Mackenzie Morgan or captain Kayla Beckwith. Hopefully we'll get those jersey numbers here shortly and I'll be able to commentate more fully on this for you. Oh, looks like they may have come through. Just excuse my silence for a few moments. I'm going to go ahead and hard copies of the rosters, and that way I'll be in good shape to call out the appropriate players for your North Texas team for the remainder of the game. So North Texas delivering a free kick deep into the heart of the Dallas Select defense. Good header. I'm not sure if Dallas defender was looking to head the ball back toward their goalkeeper, but she did so very competently, extinguishing any danger in the process. So in this first 10, 11 minutes or so, North Texas, the home team, looking a bit more spry, a bit more dangerous. Again, on the attack, nice ball through the centre of defence. But well read once more from Hagen. The Dallas Select goal. She's quick off the line. She may need to be if North Texas continue to play good balls like that through the heart of the Dallas Select defence. Dallas Select, of course, the visiting team, so you'd expect them to be on their heels a little bit. Generally speaking, when two teams are as equally matched as these two are, momentum tends to favour the home team. With both teams only one game into the UPSL season so far, it's really not too much we can discern from their respective quality. And I suppose you could draw, we're going to come back to this in just a second, draw inferences from their first games each, and we'll come back to that in just a moment. Want to watch North Texas try and build out here from the left-hand side once more. Again, good work. Is that offside? Hands go up. There's no flag, though. Nice cutback. Oh, nice shot just over the crossbar. Really good feet on the left-hand side. This winger has looked dangerous the entire time, and I think that was number 7. Trying to determine if there is a number 7 even on the roster. We will find out who that is on that left-hand side, because that's a player who has been highly engaged so far. Gosh, would you just take a moment to appreciate that sky? How beautiful is that? Blues and the violets, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, back to the matter in hand, a soccer match. It is always nice to take pause, though, and just appreciate the surroundings. Great ball in from North Texas, scooped. Defensive clearance, comes back to the edge of the box. Our defender has an opportunity to have a second bite of the cherry, and she takes a much bigger one on this occasion, completely clearing her lines. What I was saying earlier, right? Sometimes we want to play out the back, and sometimes you just want to clear it. Oh, deft touch. Didn't quite come off, but I like how Dallas Select were looking on that occasion. Play out the back. Okay, so I have North Texas Legends rosters with numbers. So I appreciate my production team for getting that to me. It's going to make my job a little easier. Unfortunately, it's not a single roster sheet, so I'm going to be shuffling between sheets. I may not be Johnny on the spot for every call. It might take me a second or two to shuffle from one sheet to the next and make sure I have the right numbers here in front of me, but at least now I do have numbers for our starting lineup. Let's go ahead quickly and run through the starting lineup, just so our viewers know who's on the field at present. I'll call out positions as well, so this isn't in order from back to front particularly. This is just jersey numbers and who's on the field for right now. The North Texas Legends women's team, Kayla Beckwith, who is the skipper, number 13 in midfield. I apologise here if I don't pronounce this quite correctly, but I have Hendrik, I think, Bodine, defensive player, number 5. Nadia Brown, number 31, who is a forward. Abby Daniels, number 6, who is a defender. Karina Di Paoli, who is a midfielder, number 21. Pilar Flores, number 20, also midfield. Gabrielle Hall, number 19, a defender. Maddie Ginolo, a defender, number 10. Kenna Jenkins in midfield, number 1. Hayley Masoner, number 23, a defender. Annie Midor, number 3, also a defender. So obviously I'm realising at this point we have more numbers here than we do players on the field. So I'm guessing this is the entire roster squad for today, but that's okay. Mackenzie Morgan, number 19, midfield. Melissa Rondinelli, midfield, number 0. Citli Santibanez, midfield, number 16. Chelsea Vilka, number 8, forward. And we have a goal! Well, that stopped me in my tracks. That was a howitzer from distance. Well, now that we have North Texas numbers, it looks like I can attribute that to Chelsea Vilke, who I believe I just called out. I think my timing on that might have been unintentionally perfect. If that was indeed Chelsea Vilke, that was the last name I called her. That has to be a clear 27, 28 yards out. I don't think Hagen saw it until late. But Chelsea Vilka got hold of all of that and then some. What a fantastic strike from the pink-booted young lady for North Texas Legends. Wonderful opening goal of the game. 17, 18 minutes in. So to round out the roster, let's see if my magic can work again. North Texas Legends, do you want to score again? Only have 2 players left. So Dylan Valaro, number 11 field, and Ashley West, goalkeeper. Well, so I have it down as goalkeeper number 34. Actually, you won't be scoring. Well, it's unlikely. Okay, so here is the goal scorer, Chelsea Vilka, carrying the ball out through midfield. Trying to find one of her teammates out on the right wing. Overhit the pass on that occasion. Maybe it doesn't quite appreciate the strength in her legs. If we see her shot again here, that was a blast. Goalkeeper actually did get her hands to it. I think Hagen saw it quite late on. Wasn't able to move her feet quite quickly enough to get across the goal. Was able to get fingertips to it, but the power of it, well, it ensured North Texas Legends opened the scoring this evening via Chelsea Vilka. I'm so glad I had the roster sheets to hand. I'd have been gutted if I couldn't have attributed that goal to the appropriate goal scorer. So a good start from the home team. I mentioned earlier, really edged the match so far. I wouldn't say they've been dominant, but they've certainly been the better of the 2 teams. Just in terms of possession and movement of the ball, and now, of course, the scoreboard. Alistair Light looking to settle things down. Try and build something for themselves. You know, the ball slip in midfield. They really need to maintain possession there. They're going to play out the back and through midfield. We need to be able to hold on to the ball and take care of it in the centre of the park. So I mentioned earlier we could probably infer something from each of these teams' opening games of the season here in the Southwest Division. As I mentioned, both teams only having played the 1 game. Both teams lost. North Texas Legends lost 3-0. Dallas Select lost 8-0. Interestingly, though, they both lost to the same team. They both played the same team. The Texas Spurs, who are number 1 in the division. The only team presently in the Southwest Division to have played 2 games. Of course, 11 goals to the good and no goals against. But if you consider that and you say, okay, so North Texas Legends only lost 3-0 to the team top of the table. Dallas Select lost 8-0. Might suggest that there is a delta in quality between these 2 teams. It's a little early for us to say that right now in this match. But of course, North Texas Legends have taken the lead through the young lady on the ball now, who tries to drill it into the middle of the penalty area to create an opportunity for her teammates. Ball gets deflected, and we're going to see a corner. North Texas Legends. Good work once again from Chelsea Vilka. She's a tall and commanding player. don't know if any of our viewers are familiar with the English women's national team, the Lionesses. A player that just recently retired, Jill Scott, who played in central midfield for the Lionesses. She had that tall frame as well, which made it so difficult. She was so physical and strong. She had that long stride. A really accomplished player, and I'm seeing echoes of Jill in Chelsea Vilka. Vilka looks to try and connect with the ball there, isn't able to. Ball gets drilled back in, not the greatest delivery on this occasion. Dallas Select able to clear their lines once more. I also take a shine to Chelsea Vilka in that she wears my jersey number as well. I too play central midfield, and I generally favour number 8, occasionally number 6. My daughter is a high school freshman. She actually was a starter on the varsity team for her high school here in Colorado Springs. And she and her team just secured their school's first ever state championship. Which is kind of amazing for the school and for the varsity team, and for my daughter, who's a freshman, starting in the midfield alongside nothing but seniors. So the whole point of that story is to say that she wears number 6, so will oftentimes fluctuate between 8 and 6. North Texas back on the ball again. That's a very nice look. Again, trying to go through the heart of the Dallas Select defense with a slide rule pass, just a touch heavy. And I said earlier that oftentimes the ball can hold up on a dry field like this. Did that early on. Really not done that so much since. I'm sure North Texas would like it to, though. A lot of these really good-looking through balls are just skipping away rather than holding up. If they were to slow down, it would give the player that it's being passed to the opportunity maybe to get on the end of it. Quite working for the Legends right now, but they continue to probe. Dallas Select, however, well, probably need to get their heads in the game just a touch more. They're defending pretty well, still able to possess the ball. Still a step over. Any themselves, I think, a throw on in the process. Legends trying to battle the ball on the right hand side. Dallas Select do a nice job of clearing it. Legends are looking to recycle, might look to go back down the left hand side again when they had some joy early on. Dallas Select step in. Now this would be a good opportunity for them to maintain possession a little bit. That's a really good ball out on the right hand side. And our Select player did get to it, but unfortunately was unable to. I thought she'd knocked it out in the process, but evidently she clipped it against one of the Legends players, and so Dallas Select do at least earn themselves a throw in. Nice work from Dallas Select. It's maybe their first opportunity to create something, try to cut the ball back. Looking for Stephanie Trujillo, but wasn't able to find her. Oh, that's a good recycle, though. I thought for a minute that quick redistribution, that ball back over the top, might catch the Legends off guard. They were alert to the danger. Now they look to try and create something for themselves through midfield. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Look at the footwork and the possession here. Really good from the Legends. In particular on that occasion, that was Karina DePauli, excuse me. Oh, we have a nutmeg pass. Just to add a little flash to the whole thing. Oh, what a lovely ball over the top. Goalkeeper and defender get a little confused. Defender goes down in the process. She's claiming, I think, that she was pushed by the Legends striker, and she may well have been. Needs to see a replay on that to provide any kind of definitive opinion, but either way, there was a moment of hesitation before Hagen finally dropped and smothered the ball, extinguishing the danger in the process. Nice ball over the top, though. Super dangerous. So we have a water break midway through the first half, about 26 minutes in. Viewers of this broadcast are probably aware that the game was delayed by almost an hour, and so I wanted to give a quick shout out to our production team, headed up by our director, Facundo, sticking with me, hanging around, waiting for us to get this broadcast going, and then rapidly providing me with the rosters just as soon as he had them to hand. So none of this would be possible without our production team, and thanks again to our director, Facundo. So as it sits presently, again, we're one game into the season. The North Texas Legends currently sit 4th in the Southwest Division. Dallas Select, bottom of the table, in 5th. One game isn't much to go on, though. So tonight's contest is really important. In addition to being a derby match, this will give either team, if they can secure the 3 points, an opportunity to spring up what is a relatively small table. When there are only 6 teams involved, one win can propel you from bottom of the table to mid-table or second place even. Neither team with a victory this evening are going to catch Texas Spurs. But seasons are a marathon, not a sprint. And it's one win at a time. And right now, your North Texas Legends are in pole position, leading as they do 1-0 at home here in Denton, in North Texas, against Dallas Select. Is rejoining the field now. The reason I mentioned that delay is to draw to your attention. It's getting dark quick here. We see the shadows starting to lengthen. That's nothing to do with the sun. That's more to do with the floodlights that have been turned on. Always fun as a player to be playing under floodlights. It's a weirdly different sensation, but it's one you don't get to do too often, and it's definitely fun. It gives that feel of it being a really professional type game. And nice footwork in midfield on the Legends. Oh, but a mistake there. And now we have a 2-on-2 situation, and Dallas Select might have an opportunity to create something. Some great recovery defense, though. I think that's number 3 in the Legends defense. If it is, that's Annie Meador. Second there, it looked like she was going to get skinned for speed, but she recovered so well. They tell you as a defender, really try not to go to ground, but if you have to do it, you have to get the timing right. And Annie Meador got it exactly right on that occasion, saving her team from a goal-scoring opportunity, giving up a corner in the process, which Dallas Select are now going to deliver into the box. Well, the height was good, direction was good, the angle was not. Texas again looking to build out of the back fearlessly, despite the fact that there's 4 Dallas Select players snapping around them, trying to provide pressure and win the ball up high. The Legends are committed to playing the ball out of the back. Work in midfield, play the ball out to the right wing, excellent footwork. Not quite sure why she decided to cut inside there. I'm just now noticing that out on the right wing here we have a number 8, which would be Vilka, who I had attributed the goal to. I apologise, the live stream feed we're getting here is a little grainy. It's difficult to make out numbers depending on where players are on the field. So I'm pretty sure that it wasn't Vilka who scored that first goal. The young lady out there in the pink boots, wearing a number other than 8, I think. As soon as we can determine what that is, I will attribute the goal to the correct player. Maybe that's something we can do on replay. Maybe at halftime we can ask our production team to run that goal over again and see if we can determine who that might be. For right now, though, Dallas Select have a free kick in a dangerous area. Doesn't trouble the Legends goalkeeper. Over the crossbar. Danger over. Again, Legends looking to play at the back. And again, getting their pocket picked. I do like their bravery, but... Oh, almost scored! Goodness gracious, that almost scored. And it looked like it was a cross. I mean, it was a cross, let's be perfectly honest. That low swinging cross to the back post. Almost dropped in. It completely befuddled Legends goalkeeper. Ashley West. Fortunately for her, it dropped on the, for her at least, the right side of the post and out of danger. Could have skipped in. That all came once again from the Legends looking to build out the back, which I'm sure their coach is asking them to do, and which you have to applaud. Oh, nice opportunity there from Dallas Select, and another follow-up, but it may be a goal, and it is! That's great instincts from Dallas Select, number 12. Really good work initially. Number 14. Don't have a 14 on my roster sheet, but I do have a 12, so I know for sure that Audrey Stoff scores for Dallas Select to bring them back into this game. Good work there. Stoff was so quick to respond to that, and that was an absolutely beautiful finish. I mean, the composure to bend the ball over there into the top corner. Wonderful stuff from Stoff. We have a tie game, one apiece.
Dude, imagine running like
We have had 2 wonderful goals to enjoy so far. But an absolute howitzer from distance. Goalkeeper getting their fingertips to it but not being able to stop it out just because of the sheer power. And there, fast thinking from Ashley Stoff. Just to respond. Still with a lot to do though. It was an open space, but getting closed down quickly and great composure to bend that ball into the upper 90 far side. We have a game on our hands, folks. Oh, Dallas Select getting caught in defence. Great recovery though. A little chippy there, but you have to tip your hat to the Dallas Select defender, who was getting bumped and knocked around by a player much bigger than her, and she would not back down. Looks like it was number 5. I'm going to give a shout out to Leslie. Looks like it's Guerra, because she has some spunk. Dallas Select clearly not looking to roll over. They want to get back in this game, and then they want to win this game. Imagine that season opening match, an 8-0 defeat would have stung. They're eager to do something special in this second game. They look capable of it too. Legends are just going to need to regain their composure after that goal. We're dominating in terms of possession and chances created. They're going to look to reset, I would imagine, and get back to that. 37th minute. Highly enjoyable game so far between these two North Texas rivals. I'm still trying to determine who scored the opening goal for the Legends after inaccurately attributing that to Chelsea Vilka. I think now the goal scorer's jersey number might be number 1. No viewers who know exactly who it is are cheering right now if I happen to have got that right. If it is number 1, that means it's Mackenzie Jenkins. Excuse me, McKenna Jenkins. Good grief. I get the shirt number right and then can't even get the name right. My apologies, Miss Jenkins. McKenna Jenkins. So let's go with McKenna Jenkins for right now. In the event I've gotten that wrong, I'm going to end up attributing that goal to 3 different people by the end of the match. But was Jenkins there, sliding the ball through to a teammate? I have to say, McKenna, again, if it's Miss Jenkins, her range of passing is really exceptional. Especially from deep. We've seen a lot of tic-tac and a little 1-2s coming from the Legends, and they've been good for it. But every now and then you need a player from deep just to spring a long ball pass, a 20, 25, 30-yard ball. It takes other players, opposition players, out of the game, and McKenna Jenkins does a great job of that. Legends now building through midfield. That's a beautifully weighted ball. It might create a shooting chance. No, it won't. Dallas Select's defenders have a different idea. Really nice work there from the Legends. You can see what they're trying to do, and when it comes off, it's so pretty. They just haven't created too many opportunities, but they've been able to pull the trigger on that final shot. Looks like we've got a couple of subs coming in here right now, and unless I have jersey numbers, it's going to be very difficult to call those subs, but welcome to the game, young ladies. Go contribute. I know one of those players is Pilar Flores, number 20. Can at least give her a shout out.
Oh no, there was right back there. I saw him.
Both teams will be happy at least that they've notched their first goals of the season. Neither of them able to score in their first games. This is the second game for both teams, as I mentioned earlier. And they're both off the mark, so congratulations to both teams. 2 excellent goals open up their respective goal-scoring tallies this season. One advantage that the Legends have had so far this season over Dallas Select is that both of their games have been at home. Their 3-0 defeat against Texas Spurs in the season opener, and this match, of course, both in Denton, Texas. Dallas Select have unfortunately had to play both of their first 2 games of the season on the road. They have the benefit of playing at home toward the back end of the season, which, depending on where they are in the standings, could be a really good thing. Certainly advantageous to play at home whenever you can. Oh, nice footwork there again in central midfield from the Legends. Looking now to build out the left-hand side. I have to say, I love the way they carry the ball. Absolutely fearless. Oh, I thought that flick might be on. Didn't quite come off. I was looking for it. You know, when you're both a commentator and a player, there are certain patterns that you see developing and you think, gosh, great if she could just back heel there, if you just see that player running in, and not every player can do that. Great coverage there, ground coverage. Our Legends goal scorer, Jenkins, really put a body on the line there to get between the Dallas Select player and what would have been a clear channel, deflecting it out for a throw in the process. Good work here from Dallas Select. It took 3 Legends defenders to finally get the ball out. I think that was Washington carrying the ball into the box, sidestepping 1 tackle, 2 tackles. She reacted a little late to the 3rd one. Perhaps could have slid the ball in. One of her teammates waiting near the penalty spot. Perhaps that's a little uncharitable of me. He was being closed down quickly. He's probably running out of steam at that point, having ridden 2 tackles. But with the Legends having their first 2 games at home, they're obviously going to want to take advantage of those home games wherever possible. The first one is gone. I'll get that back. 3-0 loss. If they can get a W on the board today with their second home match of the season, they'd be very pleased indeed. And a Select now, starting to actually build and possess. And the minute I say that, commentators' curse strikes, and the Legends win possession back. Good defending there. Oddly, that's a Dallas Select player with a white number on the back of their jersey, which makes it doubly difficult to actually determine who that is. But good defending nevertheless. Let's see if Dallas Select can possess the ball a little bit. You can see what they're trying to do there. Releasing Washington again. Clearly has some technique. We already saw her slalom her way through several tackles on her way into the Legends box just moments earlier. Trying to set her off quickly mightn't be a bad strategy. Didn't quite pay out on that occasion. Pass through to was too heavy. Now the Legends turn the ball over rather cheaply. Goal scorer Jenkins on the ball. Beats it out to the left-hand side. Her teammate not able to gather the ball in on that occasion. So at halftime, your home team, the North Texas Legends here in Denton, Texas, won. And visitors from nearby Dallas, Dallas Select, also won. Goals in the 18th minute by Jenkins for Legends, and in the 34th minute by Storff for Dallas Select. Very entertaining first half, 2 fantastic goals. Both teams having their moments in the sun. The Legends starting out stronger, Dallas growing into the game, as we see those wonderful goals again. The first one, I think, we're now able to say, from Jenkins. I originally gave the goal to a different teammate. I apologise for that, but it looks like Jenkins it was who blasted that in. And then Storff, the Select, a wonderful bending ball into the upper 90, ensuring parity at the break. Again, good game so far, could swing either way. Look forward to rejoining you in the second half See who takes the 3 points. In the first half so far, we have a 1-1 scoreline, 2 excellent goals. Both teams scoring their first goals of the season in both of their second games of the season. So a very finely balanced match. Looking forward to a good 45 minutes. Who knows? Perhaps a winner still yet out of this contest. North Texas kickoff. So one thing I neglected to do, I realised, I was trying to get the rosters for the home team, for the Legends, with shirt numbers. In the process of doing that and all the confusion around that, didn't actually read out the starters for Dallas Select. And I appreciate there have been some subs since, so maybe all of these players aren't currently on the field. But it feels remiss of me not to give the starters a shout out. So very quickly for the Dallas Select, in no particular order, number 10, Mickey Greenfield, midfield. Number 19, Brittany Martin in defence. Number 8, Victoria Mealing in defence. Number 12, Audrey Stoff, who we saw score Dallas's wonderful goal in the first half. Watching North Texas play develop. And picked up by the goalkeeper. No trouble at all. Number 6, Stephanie Trujillo, who's a winger. Number 9, Karina Villalobos, who's in midfield. Number 1, Breha Washington, who's a forward. We also saw do some exciting things for Select in the first half. And again, good work from North Texas Legends. Good tackle. Looks like it could potentially be a foul, but the referee was right there. Didn't see enough in it. So we're just going to put that down to a good tackle. Always a little risky when you're a defender going to the ground like that, though, in your penalty area. Dallas Select into some early intense pressure from North Texas Legends, which is very similar to what we saw in the first half. North Texas Legends starting off the stronger of the two teams, and then Dallas Select finding their way into the game. Going back to the Dallas Select starting roster, number 2, Vanessa Vasquez, who's midfield. Number 5, Leslie Guerra, who's defender. 0-0 is goalkeeper Hagen. I think it's Chennai Hagen. And number 11, Mitzi Gurich, who is midfield. And I apologise if I've got any of those names wrong. I'm reading off a handwritten roster. And also, I may just mispronounce some of those names. So I apologise if that's the case, but I wanted to give those starters a quick shout out anyhow. Now I have done so for both teams. So let's focus 100% on the second period here. Dallas Select currently in possession. Looking to try and relieve some of the pressure that they've been under. Two pretty evenly matched teams, although I would revisit my call. Good work there from Dallas Select. Nice juggling. Sadly didn't lead to anything beyond that. Would have been nice if maybe that created a goal scoring opportunity or a little more offense, but we just have to enjoy the skill of what it was. Nice work there too, dropping a shoulder. Shot across the goal. Doesn't fly in the net. Doesn't even find a target in any way, testing the goalkeeper, but still good build up. Look at this. Little drop of the shoulder. Going across onto the left foot. A right winger, typically, left foot isn't favoured, so you wonder if perhaps that was a weaker foot, but nonetheless, really, really nice work to get into the box and create that shooting opportunity. As I was saying, to revisit my comment of the first half, I think even though these two teams were pretty evenly balanced, the biggest distinguishing difference was that the Legends seemed to be a bit more comfortable on the ball, maintaining possession, playing through the lines. Dallas Select really struggled with holding on to the ball until about midway through the first half, and then they seemed to find their stride, their pressure paid off, and then they began a small period of camping out in their offensive third in the Legends defence and creating a few opportunities in the process. See if the second half takes on a similar look. Legends right now in possession. overhit on that occasion. So fortunately, these young ladies will have the opportunity to enjoy this second half of football at the sweltering heat of the first. That being said, the game was delayed by an hour. The game didn't kick off till an hour past the scheduled time, so it wasn't as hot as it could have been. The actual scheduled kick-off time, temperatures were around about 85 degrees. Which is tough, let me tell you. Although that's weather I'm not particularly used to in England. I've lived in the States long enough now to have played in those temperatures and hotter. I lived in Dallas for a spell myself, and I remember going out to a game that was kicking off at 6 o'clock in the evening and the temperature was 102 degrees. Not great for a pasty white Englishman such as myself. Anyhow, these young ladies are not having to deal with those temperatures now. It's far cooler. And North Texas Legends do look sprightly. Oh, that was a great bring down from our North Texas goal scorer, Jenkins. As the ball popped back up, she wasn't able to get her knee over it. Get that snap half volley, goal bound. Instead, the ball's out of play. North Texas again. It's relentless right now. It's just a green wave at this moment in time. Dallas Select need to get a handle on the game again, just as they did in the first half. If they don't get a grip soon, they could see a similar situation to the first half, where the Legends made the most of their domination and were able to score in the process. The confusion there as to whether the ball was actually out of play or not. Either team seeming to want to take the ball until they both realised, more or less at the same time, the ball was still in play. Oh, good battling in midfield, but no quarter asked or given. Scrappiness with Washington ending up on the... Well, Washington throwing out an arm there. She needs to be careful about that. It's fine to be physical, but you've got to make sure you keep those arms down. Recovery run from North Texas. Select looking now to a rare foray into the Legends half, but they recovered well, knocking the ball out of play for a Select throw. Select dropping the ball to the right hand side. Trying to find one of their strikers. It's not able to make anything stick just yet. Now probing there, they're probing and pushing and starting to make their way up the field. Again, two teams very equally matched. Making for a fascinating contest so far. Well, the goalkeeper coughing the ball up. Maybe the Legends... Oh, well, I was about to say maybe the Legends could spring something here, but great defending in the back of Select defense. Now Select looking to attack themselves. Got to give both teams props though. 100% committed. One team wins the ball and the other gets back into position and begins fighting to try and win it back. The minute they do, the other team are fired up. Really good contest so far. Washington limping a little bit. Looks like she took a knock on that last tackle, but She's moving gingerly, but she is moving, so that's good to see. She's certainly a key member of that offense. This game is so finely balanced. You have to wonder whether or not the next goal might be the winner. Just have to hope it's the same quality as the two we've seen already. Goals from Jenkins and Stoff, respectively. They've been fantastic. It's Washington now on the ball. Lays it back to a teammate. Not able to get the shot off. Again, great defensive work from the Legends. Not allowing that shot to come through freely. Again, good work from Dallas Select. Hustling. Going to shut the Legends down quickly. Right now we're seeing a lot of verve, a lot of desire, a lot of physicality, but not much in the way of quality. Can tend to be the way that when the game is so high pressure and both teams are pressing so very much. You just need for the game to settle down a little bit and for one team to hold on to possession, see if they can create something. That's a lovely turn from the Legends. This ball over the top two. Going to be able to make anything out of this? No, good defending. Really good defending. I think that was number 9. I think that was Villalobos, the player with the white number on the back of her shirt, making it very hard to distinguish. Everything in both teams' attacks right now is just slightly off. Just ever so slightly. Everything is just a little too heavy or a little too light. Or the touch isn't quite there. Something is going to click for one of these two teams here before this game is out. That's a speculative shot from Select. Perhaps a little frustration in that as well. Either way, it flies wide. Doesn't trouble the Legends goalkeeper. Nice header out. Selection to be playing a little bit deeper now. A bit more direct. And again, this is kind of the third same such ball that we've seen. You have to wonder whether or not the coach has asked them to do something a little different. As congested as the field is right now, and as close as players are to one another, it would very much be a coaching strategy. Just try and drop some stuff over their back line. See if we can pick up scraps. The other Legends respond. Throughout the game, their MO has been to really maintain possession and try and play their way out of tough spots, and they seem to be doing that now. Nice turn. A wayward pass. And good battling by both teams. And closer to the hour mark. Still, the game remains 1-1 in these North Texas rivals in this heated Southwest Division derby match. I think it could be a free kick going the Legends' way on that occasion. It might just be a throw-in. Yep, I think it is just going to be a throw-in. And to add insult to injury, it's the throw-in for the Select as well. It rains, it pours, Legends. Oh, that's really nice work out of the defence, though. Is that a good ball? It looks like it might be. Can the goalkeeper come out and save the day? She does. Smart goalkeeping from Hagen. She had to be on her toes. It was a lovely ball over the top and looked like the weight was just about perfect. At the end of the day, when you've got a goalkeeper as eager to get off her line as Hagen is, it makes it very, very difficult. Something that goes over the top. Select now with the throw-in. And they'll have another one. Not much movement out of there. Now we're starting to see a little. That was very cheaply given away though. The Legends able to clear quite easily. And Select scrambling back. Sam's looking for a ball over the top. It's a headed flick. It might find Washington. She wrestles off her marker, but she's going to have another one to contend with. And again, Washington getting handsy. The referee does need to step in. You can't do that. Earlier in the game, we saw her throw a hand out, and we thought perhaps that was innocuous, but that certainly wasn't innocuous. Washington went at her opponent there with both hands, and that was just a good battle. That was a good shoulder-to-shoulder, physical battle. No need to react like that, and it looks like Washington might be getting subbed out. Coach taking an opportunity to take her out for a moment, give her a chance to calm down. Maybe have a word in her ear. She's clearly a talented player. So hopefully she returns to the field shortly in a better frame of mind. To be fair to her, she has been living off crumbs. Doesn't seem much in the way of high quality passes through to her, anything she can really run onto. And she's probably gotten a little frustrated in the process. Actually, she's still on the field. Here she is. She went out a camera shot, and the way she was walking toward the bench, I assumed maybe she was going to step out for a moment, but perhaps she just spoke to the coach. Maybe the coach has asked her to drop in a little deeper. She's been playing forward most of this game, and now she looks to be in a defensive position, so it might just be a case of putting her somewhere else on the field where she can calm down and refocus. Either way, she remains in play. The Legends coming away with the ball. Midfield. And another good pass. Oh, there's someone on the back post wanting the ball. It comes to her, but the touch isn't great, and it's easy for Hagen to gobble up. You've got to be a little frustrated at that. As the hand went up, she knew what she wanted. That first touch just wasn't there. Just not able to bring the ball under her control. A shot to follow. Good work though from the Legends. It just goes to show how capable they are. They're able to thread those passes. They're able to drop those balls into dangerous spaces. Throughout much of this game, both teams have had an issue with that final execution, with that last touch, with that last shot, the weight of that last pass. You have to say, Legends look more capable of cracking that code. Although Select have had their moments too. Still a game that can very much go either way. Legends give it away in a dangerous area. Well, that's high, wide, and not especially handsome. You have to again give props to the intent. You don't shoot, you don't score. Sometimes just fly off your boot and hit the back of the net, and other times they're more likely to endanger the corner flag. Every player's had those moments, and here's another one, and that's a little closer. Dallas Select are finding their sights. Previous shot wasn't hit particularly well. That one was arguably hit too well. The end result's the same. Ball goes out of play. Dallas Select, though, continue to apply pressure. I don't know if that pass was meant or not, but it fell to exactly the right player in exactly the right space. A little clumsy there, though, with possession. Able to win it back. That was a really well-weighted ball. Legends trying to hold on to it. Tenacious work from Trujillo. Trujillo actually has had a really good game this evening. Working tirelessly. Trying to create things for her and her teammates. Her and Washington in particular have been absolute troopers when it comes to just, oh, that's surely got to be a free kick. That's not okay. Quite sure how that wasn't a free kick. Clearly the Legends aren't happy with that. I don't blame them. Either way, you've got to get on with the game. Selected back in possession now. The referees, by and large, have had a really good game. They've tried to let the game flow. Recognise it's a pretty physical game. These are two teams that are very well matched. Both of them looking for their first win of the season. There have been a couple of moments that have been flashpoints. Oh, Washington gets beaten there. She's tracking back, but again, it's arms and hands and a shot that goes wide, and again, the referee just allowing things to go, just putting that down to physicality. So you watch it again, there was definitely, it was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, to be fair. It doesn't even look like the officials are having a word. Perhaps they are. Maybe I'm doing them a disservice here, but just a little word to calm things down. You know, keep your hands down. All into the box from Legends. Oh, almost connected with that header. And they recycle. Nope, ball goes out. So a little over 20 minutes to go, and we still have a tied game. Hosts North Texas. Legends of Denton, Texas. The one goal from Jenkins. And the visitors Dallas Select. A wonderful reply. Restorff. Both goals coming in the first half. As I mentioned earlier, in this half, it feels like next goal wins. Either team are capable of scoring it. It's speculative. I'm not even sure that was a shot. It was literally get the ball away from the other team. So they achieved that much at least. Let's see it again here. Oh, perhaps it was a shot. Not sure the young lady will want to claim it if it was. Probably wasn't her greatest effort. Again, you have to at least applaud the intent. Both teams want to win. Both teams are prepared to shoot from anywhere. One of these shots might fly in. One of these shots might be a winner. One of these shots might crown a hero. One of these shots might help one of these teams their first 3 points of the season. We're battling from both the Legends and Select. Lovely ball. Well, again, the weight was just slightly off, but it was a great idea. I have to say, there's a high degree of courage here on this field. They're showing for the ball, knowing they're going to get clattered. Oh, that's a lovely ball as well. 3 behind the defence. One thing you have to say about Villalobos is she does not give up on the ball easily. She is absolutely hell-bent on chasing any Legend striker down, making sure they don't progress into any kind of a position that could be dangerous. I was saying, so much courage out on this field. Players showing for the ball, knowing they're in tight spots, knowing they're likely to get hit or bumped or knocked to the floor. Just prepared to put their bodies on the line for their teams. I have enormous respect for that.
I don't know.
Select trying to clear. Legends intercept. And they may have an opportunity to get another shot on goal, but we have a wipeout. Referee decides, nope, got the ball. Nice, very nice work. Jenkins. Been quiet this half. Jenkins had a really strong first half. Obviously a fantastic goal as well. She's definitely been quieter this half, but on the ball quite as much. She has the ability to unlock this game. Oh, that was a good opportunity. Great ball into the box. Jenkins holds her head. She knows that might have been the chance. Again, arm goes up. In the middle, I think it was number 23. The Legends. It should be Hayley Masoner. One of the things I've most enjoyed about watching the Legends this evening is a high degree of intent in what they do. You can see the patterns that they're creating. Players that want the ball, arms go up, and players with the ball look to find them. And they really are a very smart team. Just haven't quite been able to make it click for a second time yet this evening. Close though. Getting close. Our Select don't look quite as put together in terms of their patterns and certainly their possession play, but themselves are dangerous, and I can see them getting something on the counter-attack, and maybe a goal there! And there is! And it is Masoner! And it's a terrible mistake from Hagen! And she's being consoled by Villalobos, but there's no getting away from that. That was a goalkeeper error. And it wasn't so much a Masoner finish. It was just she touched the ball and over the line it went. I mean, it was almost apologetic. I don't even know she needed to touch the ball over the line. I suppose if she hadn't made that final contact, a defender could have scooped it out, but it was so under the bar, it would have been an extraordinary feat of acrobatics to have dug it out from there. Instead, Masoner just shepherds the ball over the line. And the Legends have the lead again. Now, just as I got done saying that they look the more likely, so it is. I apologise, I was paying so much attention to Hagen and to who was scoring ultimately. I didn't see who delivered the deep, deep cross in at the back post. Hagen ultimately misjudged. So when we get another replay of that goal, we'll see if we can determine who that was. Right now, though, the Legends on the attack again, looking to turn 2 into 3. That's a really good tackle from the Select. And again, now they may are looking to turn something into attack. I like the fact that they're down, but they're also playing with a high degree of patience. But now we have a stop in play. Perhaps it's an injured player. Yeah, it is. That's good refereeing. End of the day, safety of the players, the well-being of the players is number one. Frustrating for the Select. They were breaking away. That was a good tackle, though. Second tackle, too. You hate to see that. Number 21, the Legends, hobbling off the field. That's Karina Di Paoli. Seems unlikely that she'll play any further part in the game. So we actually have Masoner. I think we have our break here, our water break, mid-half. We have Masoner listed here for the Legends as a defender, which she may or may not be. Perhaps she was being used as an auxiliary forward. I don't know how frequently she scores, if she truly is a defender, but she'll be happy with that one. She may have notched the winning goal of the game. Still 15 minutes to play though, so let's not discount Dallas Select. That second goal though for the Legends was all about the delivery. And again, the mistake from Hagen in goal. I'd love to see a replay of that second goal when our production team have a minute. Try and work out who delivered that ball from deep for the Legends. Either way though, the Legends have the narrow 1-goal lead. Looking to secure their first victory and their first home victory of the season. Players return to the field. Game should continue here momentarily as we head into a last, what will be a frantic, I'm sure, 15 minutes. Interesting to see what approach the Legends take here. Are they going to try and slow things down? They can certainly possess the ball, so they're going to try and hold on to it, frustrate Select. Or are they going to try and turn the screw and get the third goal that will ultimately kill the game? Select have a very straightforward remit. Trailing as they are, 2-1, they have to be on the front foot. They need an equaliser. Goal scorer Jenkins turning the ball back. Legends now looking to create down the left-hand side. That's a really good run. We needed a good cross to be delivered. No, instead they decided to slow things down. Nice work from the Select. Jenkins intercepts. Knocking it away for a throw. Goodness gracious. Jenkins got absolutely cleaned out there. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that we lived in Dallas for a little while. My daughter played competitive soccer. She was with an ECNL team, and I do remember the teams around Dallas being particularly physical. Not that that's a criticism. Very, very wholehearted, very physical, intimidating. We're seeing some evidence of that this evening. Two teams here not prepared to give each other anything. You have to admire that spirit and that degree of competitiveness. A little over 10 minutes to go. Dallas Select still looking for a way back into this game, trailing as they do. A score of 2-1. I said earlier, I hope that a goal of similar quality to the first two that we saw, be the one that would ultimately decide things. That wasn't the case, at least not yet. Things haven't been decided yet. But if Mason's goal ends up being the goal that does settle this contest, well, that isn't exactly one for the archives. Certainly, it'll be one that Select goalkeeper Hagen will want to forget. Here's a really wonderful run, and unfortunately, a shot at the end doesn't match it, but fantastic run. That was number 8. Should have been Chelsea Vilka, who, if you've been listening to this broadcast or watching this broadcast from the beginning, you'll know was the player that I attributed Legends' first goal to for about 20 minutes until I realised the error of my ways. Nice run from Vilka, though. She wasn't too far away from getting her name on the score sheet on that occasion. Nice control from Dallas Select until it isn't. And crunching tackles flying in. In addition to the courage that we're seeing out here, you have to admire as well the players' willingness to just get on with things. Very few players are really complaining to the referee, asking for cards, just playing the game. Both teams are getting extremely tired at this point, though. The game did start in the heat, and that may have been really sapping. They're certainly struggling at this point. Several players out there looking very leggy, a couple stretching. Oh, good work. We see another howitzer from Jenkins, I wonder? No, she gets dispossessed. And the ball comes back to her. We may have a second opportunity. Oh, very smart. She finds a teammate out on the right-hand side. Ball into the box from the Legends. Create a shooting opportunity. It's just getting all a little scrappy in there. Comes to the back post. Oh, unlucky. Good attempt from Jenkins. It hits the Select defender on the way through. Jenkins asks, excuse me, no, it's not Jenkins on this occasion. Of her teammates asking for the ball. Another shot! Oh, collected by Hagen. The lady deserves that. She had a good game by and large. That'll get her confidence back up after an earlier mistake. Good for her. Come Dallas Select again. See the Legends now sitting a little deeper. A little over 6 minutes to go plus stoppage. But imagine the Legends coach is encouraging them to drop in a little deeper, to be a bit more compact, make it difficult both for them to be played through but also be played over the top of. Really going to ask questions of Select, and they're going to have to work hard. Find the space to unlock what really is a deep lying defence now. There's the subs coming in, and it looks like the goal scorer Jenkins departs, scoring the first goal of the game. At this point, she doesn't need to worry about scoring the winner. That's already on the board, courtesy of Masoner. Jenkins leaving the field with the Legends 2-1 to the good. A little over 5 minutes yet to go. Nice work from Select. Nice shot also, relatively routine. They did a good job though, working open the opportunity. Was never going to trouble West in the Legends goal. One hop, and then straight into the breadbasket. Positioning was excellent. So can the Legends see out the last 4.5 minutes of this match? Oh, giving the ball up like that, they're certainly going to make it interesting. Washington steps in front, intercepts. Legends look to win it back. This has been such a fiercely contested contest. I'm not sure how either of these sets of players still have energy in their legs. Oh, Washington took a blow to the face there. And being brave, looking to clear the ball out. Let's watch this back. Actually, we're looking at the shot right now. But prior to that, Washington had stepped in front of a Legend striker and very bravely cleared the ball out. And I think maybe a hand to the face or very, very innocuous. She was clutching her face and now she's on the floor. Looks like she might be dealing with a double whammy. May have some cramp there as well. Teammates helping stretch out her calf and her hamstring for her. You can say what you like about her aggressiveness. She is a competitor. She has given everything for the cause today. We have a Legends player down as well. I'm not sure who that is. Coach, for some reason, was waving his hand in front of her face. Maybe she took a blow to the head also. I was feeling a little dizzy. I think that's Annie Meador. Looks like she might be heading off the field with the coach. Washington is certainly leaving the field of play. He does look banged up. And again, I only have props for that young lady and her warrior spirit. She really has laid it all out there today. So I hope she's not too badly injured. Bumps and bruises. Nothing more than that, we hope. It's impossible when you're a player that plays the game as full on as she does. You're going to come out of the game unscathed. Again, hopefully it's nothing serious. The same goes for the Legends player as well. I think it was Meador. Not sure if she's returned to the game or not. So we're heading into the last minute of regulation. You have to imagine that the referee's going to add probably a few minutes of stoppage because of the lengthy injury we just saw there. Fatigue is definitely playing a part right now. Both sets of players looking absolutely exhausted. Dallas Select digging deep though Need to try and find something. See if they can snatch victory out of the jaws of, well, not victory so much, but even a tie, 1 point out of the jaws of defeat would be something. Yeah, doggedly hanging in there, not allowing Legends to clear the lines. The movement around the player on the ball is, there's a foul there, is very minimal. Which again is another clear indicator of fatigue. When you have a player on the ball, you need players running off you to create spaces and angles, pull players away from you. A lot of that's happening, and again, I'm not being critical, it's just a byproduct of having worked so very hard and now being 90 plus minutes into the game. The Legends looking to have a counter-attack. Oh, the reliable Villalobos steps ahead and ensures that comes to nothing. Her pace and strength, you have to wonder why she hasn't even played a little higher up the field. Maybe see her doing a job as a winger. So now we're into time at the referee's discretion. Imagine it'll be at least 2 or 3 minutes. Last chance corral. Dallas Select. Last few minutes for Legends to hold on and secure their first win of the season. Dallas Select though, winning the ball back. Might be an opportunity here. That's a great pass. That's good defending also. Oh, and again, just sheer tiredness, I think, led to the Select not being able quite to pull the trigger on that one. Looked like there'll be at least a shot on frame, and with other Select players crashing the box, it'd be an opportunity to pick up on a deflection or ricochet. Instead, the Select have a corner. It's going goalward. But it's cleared by Legends. It's not all the way out yet. Select's going to need to recycle quickly, and they look to, and the Legends clear once more. And again. Good grief. What a great game, and it's going down to the absolute final. And the Legends now looking to break, and they may have an over-number situation. I think it's 3-on-2. You can try and chip Hagen. She does a good job of getting back. Great positional awareness. Now she's going to release the ball quickly. See if she can get her teammates down the field. Select throw. And that's it. The referee blows the whistle. And the contest is over. North Texas Legends running out winners by a final score of 2-1 with the visiting Dallas Select. A really fantastic game. And a great advert. The UPSL Women's League. The Southwest Division derby match had it all. It was highly combative. We saw 2 phenomenal goals. Unfortunately for the Dallas Select, goalkeeping error which led to the winner ultimately. This really was a game that had it all. A lot of fun to cover. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. I've been your commentator, Mark Turner. We'll see you next time. The UPSL United Premier Soccer League Women's.
I didn't cramp up, but I felt good. Dude, that's because you run around.
too, both games.
I was playing right back both games too, bro.